Welcome back, everybody. After a brief hiatus, we're ready to go back into the Comrade and Endpoint game. Now, we had a bit of a PC issue. One of the players' PCs froze, which caused him to disconnect from the server and, of course, lose all of his tokens and all the good stuff. And so we took our time. We've had the devs working behind the scenes, making sure everything is working all good. We've also restored all the weapons, tokens, etc. So we took our time to maintain the competitive integrity of the game. Wanted to make sure it's still 14-14. Everybody's got what they had. We're ready to go. And it's worth talking about the pause, right? So obviously teams have had time to sit down, to relax, to think about how things have been going. And Endpoint found themselves losing a lot of rounds, right? Those rounds were being clocked up by Comrade. They had great momentum moving forward. Nadine, after this pause, do you think Endpoint will have maybe solved some of their allied side problems? Or do you think Comrade will have strengthened their defense?
It really could go either ways, as I said before we actually went into that pause, that it kind of just depends on the team. It depends on the players as well and their mentality. So I'm hoping both teams will have took the time to go ahead and discuss everything, make sure that they're going to be coming back into this one at full level. And as you said, it could really be either way. CRG, technically, after having so much time to discuss, they should have a stronger defense. But on the other hand, Endpoint have had a lot of time to plan out those strategies. And as you can see, guys, we are finally getting back into the action. All delays are being removed. And the action looking to start itself off pretty quickly, perhaps, because already some contact has been found. I believe that's actually just Cinder trying to spam up through the smoke. Not going to be able to find anyone as of yet, but Kozjay, I think he may have a bit of an idea about his position of Sam up close in that right corner. This could be an interesting battle indeed. It depends if Sam decides to go for this peek. His shoulder has been spotted. And sadly, it wasn't the initial trade to be found. It was actually Elfzite to find one elsewhere.
Yeah, that's a position that Kostya uses himself quite a bit, so Sam gets caught out on that. But still a 4v4, so Endpoint are going to be in a decent position, but they have lost one man due to Elfzoi's kill. And with in a good position to find more, things actually don't look up for them, as Elfzoi, the main B defender, has been dropped. Trades again to be found as Five picks up one onto Sind. But that's not going to be all too impactful because that B bomb site is under a bit of threat as Mark makes his way around the second trenches, takes one kill, dropping Fi and leaving only Moffers as Kostya finds another. Things are looking good with Moffers having to clutch it out. We saw him do it before, 1 versus 2, but it's just too much with his position being known as Kostya takes him down. That's going to be 15-14 in favor of Endpoint.
We just seen an Endpoint player get rejected for the fist bump on stream, and Chronic had to turn around to give it to him. He felt bad for him.
Oh, that's harsh.
You love seeing those.
Oh, you just do. It's beautiful, those awkward moments. Talking about awkward moments, Comrade now 1 round away from giving over this map to Endpoint. This, of course, being Endpoint's pick, and we move on to Coastal, their weakest map, potentially excluding Savoia. We haven't seen them play there, but we haven't seen many teams play there. Opening up by a 5, that puts us into a man advantage for the defensive side and the side that needs to pick up this round to bring things through to overtime.
We've seen Fi go for that peak a lot of times, though, so it is kind of surprising that it keeps working out in his favor. But he will be very happy with that one indeed, being able to just fall back off and retain the man advantage for Endpoint. Flexer getting himself a little bit of an angle, but sadly not able to connect those shots. So it remains in that 5-on-4. There is still a lot of time for Endpoint to go ahead and try and recover themselves in this round, but they will be hoping for perhaps some mistakes to be made. As we can see, there is a player pushed up a little bit over towards A. That's Supreme. He's in a really solid position, but the problem is he is also being flanked at the same time. Able to get himself 1 kill and also in the process find a lot of info. He knows how many players are going to be coming out through this position. But elsewhere, Mark able to find himself 1 kill. And that brings it down now into the equal 3v3.
Endpoint need to get into this bomb site. If they can find it, the win here, it's all going to be over on this first map. Moffers has been spotted out and tagged up, and that should give them the freedom to get that bomb plant. Nice kill by Mark. That's going to open things up with Cinda following it up. Bomb plant going to come down. It's all onto Elfzoi. He's defended that B bomb site relentlessly, but he has to do it here on A, opening things up by taking Mark down. He has the information that Cinda's going to be on the bomb site, but he has no idea where Replan is, and those two players are going to be holding this together in synergy. They'll be looking to defend that bomb site. No grenades left for Elfzoi, as he's going to have to do this with the Gewehr. 1 versus 2, a Carbine, a Thompson, and an M1 Garan stand between him and an overtime for his team. He spots out 1, but it's not going to be enough. He can't find the kills. 16-14 as Team Endpoint claim the victory. And that is going to be an impressive win for Endpoint. That pause evidently favored them. You can see that they were happy claiming that map, but now they've got to look forward to Coastal. Definitely not their best map, losing at 16-4 to Avenue. They then subsequently bet here on Manorhouse 16-1 afterwards. So Coastal a real weakness for them. I'm not too sure how they're going to feel going into that map with such a close scoreline on their arguably home turf.
Manorhouse was definitely a necessity for Endpoint to pick up in this series. As we said, Coastal, a map that we think could be a little bit of a whitewash in favor of Comrade. I'm hoping Endpoint will be able to put up a solid fight. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think we could definitely have the chance to go ahead and see a 3-mapper here. But guys, we are going to go ahead and just take a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the next map. We're going to make sure that we can get things going quickly to compensate for the delays. Make sure you stick around.